Just make sure you tune into the live so you you see what's going on here, okay? Right. So guys, in today's live video, we are going to talk about the 2018 World Cup warm-up matches, which will be played in March. We're only going to talk about the March games. So what's up? We have David Football 10 in the house, Santiago Valencia, Mundiashan Munster, Brian Hinojosa. What's up, guys? So guys, there's World Cup warm-ups going on in March right now. It's the international break. There'll be no club football all over the world, and we would see a lot of international matches between teams that will be at the World Cup and teams that won't be at the World Cup. But in this video, in this live stream, I only want to focus on the teams that are going to be at the World Cup. So I can't really go through all those fixtures because it's a lot of fixtures. I'm telling you, it's a lot. My plan was to do all the fixtures, but I was like, nah, I can't do it. It's too much. It's too much, man. AVJ123, I just came back from school. What's up, guys? What's up to everyone in the live stream? Guys, this is also episode 16 of my 100 days to the 2018 World Cup countdown. It's going to be a live episode. So I figured it would be a good idea to do a live episode as well. So welcome back to the channel, everyone. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And guys, don't forget to hit the like button. All right. So we're going to get into this video, guys. The first warm-up match I would like to talk about is the Denmark versus Panama. Both these countries will be at the World Cup. Denmark, they are in Group C. Panama, they are in Group G. So, it's a rehearsal. It's a World Cup rehearsal. These teams might not meet each other at the World Cup, but it will be nice to see how the teams stack up going into the grand event. Okay, so let's talk about Denmark and how they line up. So the players that Age Hareide, however you say his name, he called up for the fixtures versus Panama and Chile. It seems as if Denmark, they are actually practicing against South American oppositions, because you could say Panama is South American because they have Peru in Group C. So that's pretty interesting. So for Denmark, they called up, of course, Kasper Schmeichel in goal. We have Frederick Renaud, Jonas Losso. Jonas Losso plays in the Premier League for Huddersfield, and we have Schmeichel playing for Leicester City, of course. So they have two solid goalkeepers in net. Frederick Renaud plays for Brøndby, and Brøndby, if you guys have been following the series, they are currently contesting for the title in Denmark. So pretty good goalkeepers. In the defense for Denmark, I won't do this for all the teams. I just want to, talk about Denmark a little because that's a big team. I rate the Denmark team very highly. I think they can do great things at the World Cup. We have Laya Sishtik in the house. What's up, Laya? What's up? In the defense for Denmark, they have Simon Kjær. He's the captain and he plays for Sevilla. So pretty good defender right there. And there's Riza Dermisi. He plays for Real Betis. So the team has quality. They have Andreas Christiansen in the defense. We have Matthias Jørgensen in the defense, Huddersfield Town. We have a player from Udinese. The team is just filled with quality players. And not to talk about Christian Eriksen. So he's pretty awesome. And the list goes on. The list goes on. The Danish players, they just full of quality. You have Yusuf Paulsen playing for RB Leipzig. Martin Braithwaite playing for Bordeaux. We have a guy by the name of Pione Sisto playing for Celta Vigo. He is very, very dangerous. So you got to look out for Pione Sisto. Very underrated. You know, he's underrated, but look out for him at the World Cup. Hopefully he's fit, very fast, agile player. Okay, so that's a quick rundown for the Danish squad. For the Panamanian squad, I don't know much about Panama. Panama will be a very mysterious team at the World Cup in Group G. So they have Tunisia, England, and Belgium in their group. Guys, do you think Panama can surprise at the World Cup? What's up, Adnan? What's up, man? What's up to everyone in the stream right now? We have Christopher Hargan up in here. Tunisia is in Group G. Yes, we have Panama, England. Wait, did I make a mistake and say Belgium there? Let me see something. Yes, I probably did. I think I did. Belgium is in Group G. So we have Panama, Belgium, England. Wait, did I make a mistake there? Oh boy. Panama, Tunisia, Belgium is not. Wait. Oops. So yeah, guys, Panama versus Denmark. What's your predictions for that match? Panama versus Denmark. I'm actually going to predict a win for Denmark in that match. Better quality. And Christian Eriksen, man, he makes a big difference when he's on the field. 1 second, guys. 1 second. So, what's your scoreline for the Denmark versus Panama match? Come on, guys. We have a 4-0 to Denmark. Then we have a 1-1. Tunzu says 1-1. We have a 2-2 Santiago Valencia. We have a 3-1 to Denmark. So most of you guys are actually predicting that Denmark will win this game. I'm also predicting a Denmark win. So Group G, guys. Group G, Belgium, England, Panama, Tunisia. Yes, I had it right, but I was just confusing myself a little. As you should know, Denmark is in Group C with France, Peru, and Australia. I have to start really memorizing all the World Cup groups because during the World Cup, I have to remember everything. Like, I can't be, using the computer as reference or anything. So, okay, so Denmark versus Panama. I'm going to predict a 3-1 win for Denmark for this match. So, 3-1 win, Denmark. Do you guys agree with that prediction? 3-1 to Denmark? Read some comments right now. Amir Tube. What's up, Amir? Says Rich Squad. What's up, Sebastian? Haven't seen you in a while, man. Okay, hell no, Panama week. What's up, Pavel? What's up, man? So 3-1 Panama versus Denmark versus Panama. Panama will be making a trip over to Denmark, so Denmark will have home advantage as well. So they will be using this game versus Panama, and I think they're playing Chile to warm up. So I'll get to the Chile game a little later. But for the next match, guys, let's talk about... Should we talk a little about Panama? Maybe we should talk a little bit about Panama and who they have, because we shouldn't really underestimate Panama, We should talk about Panama and see how they stack up. So Panama, they're in a pretty tricky group, Tunisia, Belgium, England. one of those two bigger teams could actually flop at the World Cup. I'm more leaning towards England flopping more than Belgium. Belgium has really, good quality, but England, oh, very, very tricky, very, very tricky team, man. They could either do really, really good or they could be really bad, like the 2014 World Cup. So, it's a very, very tricky one, man. So Danny said, no, let's not talk about Panama. What about when we get to Iran, Danny? Do you want to skip Iran as well? No, I don't think so. So let's talk about Panama a little and see their squad. There's a guy in the squad by the name of Roman Torres. He plays for Seattle Sounders. He scored a winning goal to put Panama in the World Cup. He's a beast, so look out for Roman Torres. He's a defender. And we have Felipe Baloy. He is the captain and he's a veteran, 37 years old. He plays somewhere in Central America, it looks like. Guatemala. He plays his football in Guatemala. That's sick. So Guatemala has never qualified for the World Cup. So Felipe Baloy, Roman Torres. There's also some good forward guys. There's a guy by the name of Armando Cooper. He's been playing for Panama for quite a while. There's Anibal Godoy. There's Blas Perez, Luis Tejada. These guys, don't take your eyes off Panama. The guys are a little up there in age, but still they have experience. They've been playing together for quite a while. Don't take your eyes off Panama at all. They will be making their debut at the World Cup, so the element of surprise is definitely there. But I'm staying way too long on this fixture. I have a lot more fixtures to go through. So the next fixture, Japan versus Mali. So Japan, how does the Japan team stack up? I don't really know much about Japan, so it's kind of tricky predicting Japanese games. But Japan, I know they have Shinji Kagawa. They have a few other players playing in Europe as well. So let's talk about the Japanese team. They play Mali at home in their first warm-up match in this current international break. All right, so Japan's goalkeepers, one of the goalkeeper called Kawashima, he plays for Mets. And Mets are currently struggling in Ligue 1. They will be relegated, so Kawashima can't be too good. So let's see. Gamba Osaka, the other one, plays for, and Kashiwa Risol Nakamura. So Nakamura might be the goalkeeper because I really don't know who's the number one goalkeeper for Japan. Who's the number one goalkeeper for Japan? Does anyone know? Because I don't know. Then we have a guy called Yuto Nagatomo. I heard that name before. He plays for Galatasaray. We have Gotuko Sakai playing for Hamburg. I know him, and Hamburg always struggle in Bundesliga. So Sakai can't be too good, He can't be too good. Then we have a lot of local Japanese players playing for Urawa Red Diamonds, a team that won the AFC Champions League last season. So also Kawasaki Frontale, the team that's currently in the AFC Champions League. The team has some quality. We have Mokoto Hasibe. He's the captain. He plays for Eintracht Frankfurt. So that's European-based quality right there. We also have Shibasaki playing for Hefete in La Liga. So the team has some quality. Kisuke Honda, he plays for Pachuca in Mexico. So that's a left field transfer over to Mexico right there. So he's pretty good. I remember him a few World Cups back and he was awesome. So they have quality. They have a few players playing in Bundesliga too. They have, a few good. I think Shinji Kagawa might be injured though. Let me find out. I don't see him in the lineup. Yes, Shinji Kagawa, he's not in the lineup. I think he is definitely not in the lineup. He's probably injured right now. I think Shinji Kagawa is not in the lineup. So the squad is weakened. It's weakened. There's a few other players. Inoue, Tashaki Inoue, he's not in the squad. Asano is not in the squad. Mutu is not in the squad. Shinji Okazaki is not in the squad as well to play Mali. So I don't know. I really don't know. This game will be kind of hard to predict. Mali, guys, who does Mali have? Do you know anybody who plays for Mali? It's a tricky game to predict because we don't know much about Mali, and you know the Japanese team is depleted. The quality, like Shinji Kagawa and Shinji Okazaki, is not in the squad. So it's pretty tricky. Yes, let's look at the Mali lineup. Who did Mali call up to play Japan? Okay, who do I know? They have a lot of French-based players, by the way. So Mali could be a tricky opposition for Japan, who are in Group H. Very tricky opposition. So let's check out Mali. Okay. Mali has, let me see any names I could recognize. I don't see a lot of names I could recognize, Okay, they have a guy named Amadou Haidara. I think I saw him already. I'm not too sure, but they have a guy named Diko playing for Hull City. I remember Diko. We have Musa Doumbia playing for Rostov. And we have Abdoulaye Diaby playing for Club Rouge. Why do I always have problems saying Club Rouge? But the lineup isn't so stacked up. There's no big players in the lineup at all. There's a guy named Yves Bissouma. He's okay. He plays for Lille. And the squad isn't so stacked up at all. So Japanese, they are home. I'm gonna say a 1-1 draw for this match. 1-1 draw, Mali versus Japan. What's your predictions, guys? Mali versus Japan. Let me know in the chat. Mali versus Japan. Okay, we have Japan 4, Mali 1. Oh my God. 0-0. 1-0. Tell Beto Kebede. 1-0. All right, 2-0 to Japan. 4-1 to Japan. 2-0. 1-1. That area says 6-0 to Japan. Why? Why would it go 6-0 though? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. But I'm going with a 1-1 for that fixture. So let's move on to the next match. Russia versus Brazil, guys. This video is gonna get better as it go on. I haven't live streamed for a while. So Russia, the hosts in Group A to play Brazil. They play in Brazil to get some well-needed warm-up because they have a tough group. I think the group A is really tough. The fact that Mohamed Salah has heat up, he has gotten real hot, plus they have Uruguay, Edinson Cavani, and Luis Suarez up in that team, and the defense for Uruguay is really good as well. So Russia, man, it's gonna be tough for Russia. It's really gonna be tough for Russia at the World Cup. So they play Brazil. Who are arguably one of the best, if not the best team in world football, and it has been like that for years, decades, going all the way back to 1930. Brazil has been one of the best teams in the world. So they have won the most World Cups, and they're looking to make it 6. So Brazil versus the host Russia. How does Russia stack up? how do they stack up? I think Russia's most dangerous player is Fyodor Smolov. He plays for Krasnodar. And since his move to Krasnodar, he has improved a lot. He has really improved a lot. So let me see how the Russian team stacked up. Because we want to talk about Russia. We want to know what's going on with the Russian team. We don't just want to just say, oh, we don't like Russia, so we're going to just say they're going to lose. We want to know what's going on, where the players are based. Most of the players will be based in Russia. So let me see. Current squad for Russia. We have Akinfeev in goal. Like, he can't seem to keep a clean sheet in the Champions League for nothing. So the Brazilians would love that stat. I think he kept a clean sheet the other day. I'm not sure, but he plays for CSKA Moscow. They are currently in the Europa League to face Arsenal. And they have a goalkeeper called Gabulov playing for Club Bruges. Let me take my time and say that. Club Bruges. So the other goalkeepers play for Spartak Moscow and Zenit St. Petersburg. So the goalkeepers look pretty, decent. Look pretty decent. So the defense, we have Yuri Zhirkov. This guy is pretty good. Yuri Zhirkov plays for Zenit St. Petersburg. Then we have a few other more Zenit St. Petersburg, Spartak Moscow, Rubin Kazan players. The defenders are Russian-based, Russian Premier League defenders. Don't want to get too much into the name because they're not that, popular. Roman Neustadter, whatever, how you say that. He plays for Fenerbahce in the Turkish Super League, so he might be okay. But most of these guys don't have a lot of caps. Zhirkov, he has 80 caps, so he will be a mainstay in the defense for sure. And then we have Denis Glushakov. He plays for Spartak Moscow. So look out for these guys. Look out for Zhagoev. These guys are veterans in the team. Over 50 caps. Also Alexander Samedov. He's been around a while. He plays for Who he plays for? Spartak Moscow. Also Alexander Golovin. He's young 21-year-old player. Pretty good. He plays for CSKA Moscow. So they also have Cheryshev. I forgot Cheryshev. Cheryshev was a Real Madrid player the other day. He plays for Villarreal. So there's some quality in the Russian team for sure. There's some quality in there. We have Fyodor Smolov up top and a few other, less popular players in the forward positions. So Russia missing from this team. Let me see any notable omissions from this squad. Alexander Kokorin. I don't know if he's injured or if he was just left out of the squad, but he is a notable missing player. Also Artem Zhuba. Maybe the coach isn't, or maybe Zhuba is injured. Oh, I really don't know what's going on, but these players are more popular names. So Better said Kokorin is out for World Cup. Yeah, maybe some of these players are injured, long-term injuries, and, they won't be at the World Cup. So for Brazil, awesome team, man, to follow Brazil. Who did they call up for this fixture? Let's take a look at that. Let's talk about the Brazilian team versus Russia. Okay. For goalies, we have Alisson from Roma, of course. Highly rated goalkeeper targeted by Liverpool. Rumored to go to Real Madrid, the last thing I saw. And then we have Ederson from Manchester City. My goalkeeper, of course. And for defenders, we have Dani Alves, who is named the captain here. I think because Neymar is injured. We have Miranda, Rodrigo Rodrigo Chow is actually in my World Cup probables for Brazil. Like I made that video a while back. He is actually the defender I chose. He's a local defender. He plays for Sao Paulo. So there will be a few local players in the Brazilian squad to go to the World Cup. Maybe 4 or 5, but no more than that. No more than that. Or maybe just 4 or 3, you know. But they also have Ismaili. Oh wow, this is a surprise to me. He plays for Shakhtar Donetsk and he makes the squad. I think he's a fullback. So I think what you call it, Alexandro is injured right now. So you know, he might be the replacement for Alexandro in these fixtures. Maybe not the World Cup though. We have Marcelo from Real Madrid, Marquinhos, PSG, Thiago Silva, PSG, Casemiro, Real Madrid, Renato Augusto playing in China. Like he is one of Tite's favorite players. We have Fred from Shakhtar Donetsk getting a call up as well. So pretty good. Philip Coutinho. I don't need to talk about these players. You guys know who these players are. Paulinho, Fernandinho, Anderson Talisca. I love this. I really love this call up. Anderson Talisca plays for Besiktas in the Turkish Super League. He's awesome. Good with the free kick. Super left foot. Tall, lanky player. Danger in the air. So Anderson Talisca, I really like this call up. And we have Willian. We also have Douglas Costa. I don't even need to say where these players play. Do I? Douglas Costa plays for Juventus. Gabriel Jesus. We have Roberto Firmino on fire this season. Tyson, another Shakhtar Donetsk player called up to the Brazilian squad. So we have 3 right now. 3. And Douglas Costa was a former Shakhtar player. Willian was a former Shakhtar player. Fernandinho was a former Shakhtar player. So Shakhtar is doing the damn thing here. And for the next forward, we have a guy by the name of Willian Jose. I don't know him. He plays for Real Sociedad. He is uncapped. So he never played for Brazil before. Notable omissions. Okay, we don't have, and you know, guys who have been recently called up. No Felipe Luis. I don't know if he's injured or not. I haven't been following Atletico Madrid. Yes, guys, you have in your own conversation in the chat. Thank you very much because I can't focus too much on the chat right now and focus on the information. So we have Danilo from Manchester City missing from the squad. David Luiz. We have Rafinha from what you call it, Barcelona on loan at Inter. No Arthur. No Lucas Lima. No Neymar, of course. He's injured. Who else? And no Luan. Gremio man. So Brazil versus Russia, guys. What's your prediction for this World Cup warm-up match? We have Brazil in Group E, Russia in Group A. What's your predictions for this match, guys? Let me know. Okay, 4-2 for Brazil. So you guys think that Russia will score versus Brazil? I think Russia is not going to score. I think it's going to be a clean sheet for Brazil. The team is looking really good. Is the Brazilian team looking better than the 2014 team? It looks really good. It looks really good. A lot of these players are peaking right now. We have Willian, Fred, Coutinho, Firmino. Not so much Gabriel Jesus. He was injured, but he's still, looking pretty good. So the Brazilian team is looking really dangerous, man. Looking dangerous. I'm going to say a 3-1. I think Russia is going to scrape one. Brazil is going to score 3 and they're going to get complacent. They're going to want to, score more to show off, and Russia is going to peg one back. So I'm going to say a 3-1 for the Russia-Brazil match. What do you guys think? Let me know. Betel said a draw. Kojo Ashiade, what's up, Kojo? Welcome to the stream. George Bushowo, guys, thank you very much for joining the live stream. Daniel Referee, Donovan McCrab, thank you. Roxic. We have quite a few people in here. I don't really know how many people are in here because I'm not using my phone for the chat. I'm using the laptop because I just want to, focus on the information. But I haven't spoken to you guys directly in a while. I have been working so hard on these World Cup videos. 15 episodes in. This is episode 16. This will be longer because it's a live stream. It's more interactive, but it will give me a little time to just take a break from editing and shooting and all that stuff. It's a lot of work, guys. A lot of work. So make sure you guys share the videos, okay? Share the videos, like the videos if you like them at all. Like the videos, comment, interact, okay? Let's move on to the next fixture. We have a lot of fixtures to go through, guys. We have to move faster. But the thing is, when I'm done with the first set of fixtures, there will be they play 2 matches. So when I'm done with the first ones, the second ones will be easier because I wouldn't need to go through the squads again. So next match, we have Senegal, Group H, playing Uzbekistan. So Group H, let's see how Group H stack up and let's try to figure out why is Senegal playing Uzbekistan. So in Group H, we have Colombia, Japan, Poland, and Senegal. Senegal, of course, from the CAF Confederation in Africa. They made their first World Cup appearance in the 2002 World Cup where they were grouped with France and they went through. They made it all the way to the quarterfinals. Awesome. You remember El Hadji Diouf, former Liverpool man. He played for Senegal. And Senegal's best player right now, Sadio Mane, without a doubt. But they're really good. They have a lot of talent. Guys, let's talk about the Senegal squad. Uzbekistan, they did really well in World Cup qualifiers. So maybe Senegal is let's play versus Uzbekistan. They will give us some good practice. Plus, Uzbekistan have quite a few good clubs. So look out for Uzbekistan for World Cup 2022, guys. I put them in my predictions, so look out for them. Definitely not gonna count out Uzbekistan qualifying for World Cup 2022. All right, so let's talk about the Senegalese squad right now. Call up for the Uzbekistan matches, World Cup 2018 warm-ups. So in goal, we have a player by the name of Alfred Gomez. I know this guy, he played for Torino. He's a Torino man. I don't know if he moved to Spal, but right now he's playing for Spal. And there's Abdoulaye Diallo. He plays for Rennes in France. I don't know if is Rennes still in League 1, but I am not too sure. And they have 2 local goalkeepers. One who play in Guinea and another one plays locally in Senegal. Remember in my video, the champions of Senegal is Generation Foot. Generation Foot is actually an academy and I think they feed their players to Metz. What's that guy name? He was a Generation Foot player. I forgot his name right now. Ismail Sa. He's really good. Ismail Sa. So these stage where he played for Generation Foot and they have a program with the Metz club. So if you're doing good for Generation Foot, I guess you go over to Metz. Might be, I think I'm right. So the Senegalese squad, guys, how does Senegal stack up going into the World Cup? Okay, let me see the names. Kalidou Koulibaly. Kalidou Koulibaly. He plays for Napoli and he is really good. Highly rated defender, Kalidou Koulibaly. Why did they name him Kalidou Koulibaly? That's pretty hard to say. He has 26 caps, so he's a mainstay in the Senegalese defense. Okay. You guys need permission to ban people. Guys, just ignore the people right now. Just ignore them. Just ignore them for now. Ignore the people for now. Some guys are younger and a little immature, but don't worry about the David football 10s and these guys right now, because these guys just, don't make them distract you from the information. But we have Pape Soare, plays for Crystal Palace in English Premier League, of course. We have Salif Sane, plays for Hanover in the Bundesliga. I think Hanover is in the Bundesliga. Yes, they got promoted last season, I think. Then we have a guy by the name of Papi Gilo Bolijbi. What? Gilo Baji. He's playing for Dijon in France. These names. But we have Armand Traore, Nottingham Forest. We have Falou Dinia. He plays for Metz. See, so Metz and Senegal have a, good relationship there. But I don't see anybody from Generation Foot in the team. What's going on here? What's going on? It's not good. It looks like most of the players in the Senegal squad are overseas-based players. I don't see... Okay, we have Sadio Mane in the squad. We have Musa Sow. Pretty good. He plays for Bursaspor in the Turkish Super League. We have Mame Beram Diouf. Plays for Stoke City. So you see, guys, the squad is good. Keita Balde Diao playing for Monaco. So Senegal, do not write Senegal off at the World Cup. Do not write them off. And their group is pretty easy. Because Colombia, I don't think, is the force that they were in the 2014 World Cup. And we have Japan. Senegal could easily get past Japan. Poland will be the, hurdle. Poland. But I think they can, if they defend well versus Lewandowski, they can pull off a draw. But Senegal, they're looking really, really tough, man. And we have Ismaila Sarr. He plays for Rennes, so he's in the squad. I like that player, man. We have Diafra Sakho as well. We have Niasse, who plays for Everton. He's in the squad. We have Mbaya Niang in the squad. So Senegal, the team is really good, man. The team is... I don't have my live stream set up pretty good, but it's fine. Oh my God, that was funny. That was funny, but I'm back. So, did it crash again? It didn't crash again, though. It was just lagging over on my end. All right, so guys, I'm back, guys. I'm back. Sorry for the interruption there. So, Senegal versus Uzbekistan. So we know that Senegal, the team is stacked up pretty good. Okay? They play Uzbekistan tomorrow, I think. So what are you guys predictions for the Senegal versus Uzbekistan match? Senegal versus Uzbekistan. What's the predictions? 2-0 for Senegal. Okay, we go with a 7-1 here for Senegal. All right, guys, but we do not know anything about the Uzbekistan team, though. We don't know anything about the Uzbekistan team. We can't really, underrate them. Let's see where the Uzbekistan team players play. Okay, we have a guy by the name of Denisov. He plays for Lokomotiv Moscow, so he may have some quality. We have a few guys playing in Iran. But most of the guys play for Uzbek clubs like Lokomotiv Tashkent and these clubs. But No big players, really. No big players. Nobody you guys will know about plays for Uzbekistan. Like, you will not know anybody. Senegal versus Uzbekistan. This would be a home match for Senegal. I'm going to go for a Senegal win. Let's say a 2-1 win for Senegal. What's your predictions? Okay. Advenko, I know all the Uzbek players. Advenko, are you from Uzbekistan now? How you know all the players from Uzbekistan? These names are hard. These names are not easy. So, how could you know all the players from Uzbekistan? All right. All right. So, guys, the next fixture, Norway versus Australia. We're not going to stay too long on this one. Norway versus Australia. Australia is part of Group C. They're grouped with France, Denmark, and Peru. So they are playing Norway in their first warm-up match in March. So Australia, they barely scraped through. I think they were the last team to qualify for the World Cup when they had to play a playoff versus Syria across 2 legs. Almost messed that up. Almost. Remember that Omar Summer boy free kick hit the post in the end there? Oh man, that was so close. I was back in Syria to qualify because I knew Syria would they would have beat Honduras. And then we had what? So Donovan said, stop with these boring matchups. Well, you have to talk about those matchups as well. There might be people from these countries watching the stream or going to watch the replay. So we have to talk about them. You know, we can't ignore the weaker teams and only talk about the big ones. Like, come on. Come on. You have to stick around for the good parts. So Australia, yeah, they were they had to play 2 playoffs in order to get to the World Cup, and then they were grouped with France, Denmark. You know, they have to deal with guys like Christian Eriksen, and Peru, very, very dangerous team, and they're gonna have Paulo Guerrero back in their squad for the World Cup. So Jefferson Farr fan, you know. So Australia versus Norway. My prediction for this, I don't know too much about the Norwegian team. I'm not going to talk about Norway because they're not at the World Cup, so I'm not really going to go too much into Norway. Australia. Could they get past Norway? In Norway, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in this game. What's your predictions for this? Let me know. What's your predictions? Norway versus Australia. 2-1. So are you guys going to predict Australia to lose, or you're going to predict Australia to defeat Norway? I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw for this one. Definitely. But let's move on, guys. We have a lot of fixtures to go through. We're going to go through them a little bit faster. Greece versus Switzerland. Switzerland, very, very tricky team. Very tricky. You know, so Greece, very good defensively. You know, they have to work towards getting to World Cup 2022. And, you know, Switzerland, they are in Group E. Very, very tricky group. So they have Brazil, Serbia, and Costa Rica. So very, very tricky group. Once you say Brazil, it's already a mounting. And Serbia, very good team. You have Nemanja Matic playing for Serbia, you know. I think Alexander Kolarov plays for Serbia. Serbia, really good team, man. Don't take your eyes off Serbia at this World Cup. So Switzerland versus Greece. How does Greece stack up right now? But Switzerland, how do they stack up? Like, I know Shaqiri plays for Switzerland. They made it out their group at the 2014 World Cup. So could they do it again? Could they do it again? Switzerland. All right, Advenka says, Dom, cover the Asian Cup qualifiers that aren't just friendlies. See the thing right now, I'm just like covering a lot of things right now with the World Cup series, and a lot of things are gonna get shelved for now because it's not easy. I'm telling you, these World Cup videos have to be written, recorded, edited, posted. So I'm really, putting a lot of things to the side right now for real. That's why I'm just chilling out with this stream right now. I'm not taking it too serious with this stream. This is a relaxed stream, just talking about these matches. Not trying to make it too perfect, or anything. It's just relaxed. So I'll get to all the fixtures, guys. I'll get to all the fixtures. Let's talk about how the Switzerland team stack up. All right, they have Jan Sommer in goal. He's the goalkeeper for Borussia Mönchengladbach in the German Bundesliga. They have Roman Berkey. So they're looking good. They're looking good in goal. So they have Marvin Hitz. All three goalkeepers play in the German Bundesliga. So Switzerland, they're looking good in goal. Just let's say that they're looking golden in goal. I like Jan Sommer. For the defense, they have Stefan Lichtsteiner, plays for Juventus, a big player right there. We have Johan Giroud. I don't really rate Johan Giroud that much. I think he was an Arsenal man. He used to play for Arsenal. And Johan Giroud, I don't really rate that highly. Ricardo Rodriguez. Awesome left foot he have on him there. Fabian Schär. Michael Lang. Okay, who else they have? Okay, Manuel Akanji, who just got a big move to Borussia Dortmund. Nico Elvedi plays for Borussia Mönchengladbach. So there's quality in the Switzerland team. We have Berami playing for Udinese. Who else? Gelson Fernandez. I think he's Brazilian-born player, might be, or Brazilian heritage, playing for Eintracht Frankfurt. So the team is more solid than I thought, though. Gemaili as well. Granit Xhaka. For one second, like today, I was thinking about the Swiss team and I forgot Xhaka plays for Switzerland. They have Fabian Frey, Steven Zuber. They have Freuler. The team is good. Josip Drmic. They have Haris Seferovic. Breel Embolo. Nah. Dimitri Oberlin. He will be making his debut in these warm-up matches. So the team is good, but Xherdan Shaqiri might not be a part. I don't think he's a part of these fixtures. He may be nursing an injury or taking a break, maybe. I don't know, but he's not a part of this squad. They have guys like Zachariah, Edmilson Fernandez. He plays for West Ham. I like that kid. Jibril Sow. He plays for Young Boys. And they have Admir Mekmedi. So the Switzerland team is pretty good. They play versus Greece. What's your prediction, Switzerland versus Greece, guys? Switzerland versus the Greeks, who is not really known for their attacking prowess. They're more known for defense. So they missed out on the World Cup. They made it to the European playoffs, but they couldn't get past Croatia. So they got battered. They really got battered in the first leg. So Switzerland versus Greece. I think this is a good warm-up match for Switzerland. Test their attack out. I'm going to actually go. This match will be played in Greece. I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw in this one. This will be my first 0-0 draw. This will be the first 0-0 draw. Let me see your predictions. Okay. 3-2 to the Swiss. I really don't think that Greece is gonna score 2 goals. Really don't think so. I'm gonna go for a 0-0. I'm gonna go for Greece to be really good in defense, but not so good in attack. 0-0. Teams are going to cancel each other out. So, what's your predictions? Let me read some of predictions. Okay, Betel Kebede, 2-0, Switzerland. Pavel Skezekowski. I think I'm saying your name right, Pavel? 1-0 to the Swiss. AVJ123 says 1-0 to the Swiss as well. Alden Super Challenger says 4-1 to the Swiss. Alright guys, remember this stream is not about being boring or what. It's a chance for me to actually interact with you guys, okay? To read your comments, interact, see what you guys think. You know, it's not about if it's boring or not. So David Football 10, just chill yourself, okay? Chill out. Okay. So we are gonna say a 0-0 or 1-0 to Switzerland. So I'm gonna go for a 0-0 though. So guys, for the next fixture, Tunisia versus Iran. Both teams will be at the World Cup. Tunisia is part of Group G, and I think that Tunisia is a mysterious team. No one knows anything about Tunisia. Ask people, do you know any players from Tunisia? They don't know. And then, you know, we have Iran. I know a few players from Iran, but these two teams will be big underdogs at the 2018 World Cup. Iran, part of Group B, very unlucky to be drawn with Portugal and Spain and Morocco. I think they will be relishing the battle versus Morocco, but not so much Spain and Portugal. But one of Spain or Portugal could flop. They could, because Spain got knocked out at the, group stages in the last World Cup. So we can see some big teams flopping out. For real. So Iran versus Tunisia. So Tunisia, they're in a tricky group as well. They can shock. They can knock England out the World Cup. They can knock Belgium out the World Cup. Do you guys think something like this is possible over in Group G? Also have Panama in Group G. So Tunisia will be fancying themselves versus Panama. I think they will fancy England. Maybe not Belgium. So if they can scrape a win versus Panama and then earn a draw versus both Belgium and England, they can go through. They can go through. I think so. I definitely think so. But England, I saw the squad today at Venco, and I'm not impressed with the squad at all. You know, with Harry Kane missing from the squad, a big hole. Will, what's the guy name, man? The coach, the manager. Will he play two, Southgate? Will he play two up front? I think he should play, well, Vardy and Rashford in the same team. That would be really dangerous, you know. England can be dangerous if they play the right formation. But I think they're going to go with one up front. Like how they have Kane up front. I think they're going to, But let's talk about the Tunisia versus Iran. Who do you guys think will win this match? Tunisia or Iran? Do I know? I think I know Wabi Kazri from Tunisia. And there was a guy that I was researching about today from Tunisia. He looks like he's pretty good. He plays in Qatar. Let me check it out. Tunisia. Msekani. Yeah, I saw that name. Let me see something. Okay, for the Tunisian squad. All right. Let's talk about Tunisia. They have a guy by the name of Benalouan playing for Leicester City. I know him. I know Benalouan. Who else? They have, let me see. Wabi Kazri playing for Rennes. He's pretty good. Then they have, let me see. Yes, I think the guy I was looking at is Yusuf Ensakni. Yusuf Ensakni. He is really good. He's a forward playing for Al Duhail in Qatar. Alden is currently in the AFC Champions League as well, so he's getting some good warm-up. And I don't think I know anyone else, but there's a few players from Esperance de Tunis in the squad, and that club is the best club in Tunisia. So don't take your eyes off Tunisia at all at the World Cup, guys. They can shock. I think they can shock. So I think definitely Tunisia can shock. So Iran, how does Iran stack up? Is Daniel Refi here though? Is Daniel Refi here when we're talking about Iran? Tunisia, I'm not taking this World Cup is so hard to predict. Like, that Group G is like, oh man. It's so hard for me to actually predict England qualifying for the round of 16. It's like so difficult. Like, I can definitely, put my money on Belgium and be like, yeah, they will qualify. Belgium could flop as well, they can. But it's just hard to predict England going through to the round of 16. So Daniel Refi left. You guys, why did you guys leave? Why? Why did Daniel Refi leave? Why did he leave? People are taunting him. What's up? Sid is in the house. But Iran, man. Let me see how Iran stack up. I know there's Sardar Azmoun and there's a guy by the name of Taremi. Those guys are pretty good. But apart from that, I don't really know the players from Iran like that. So let me find the players. Okay. So for Iran, let me see if I see. Most of the players play locally. They either play locally. Let me see. They play locally. I have a few guys playing in Greece. One for Olympiacos. There's a guy playing for AZ in the Eredivisie. There's a guy by the name of Dejaga playing for Nottingham Forest. So he should know. Let me see. There's a guy from Persepolis. There's a guy from Esteghlal. So the team have quality, unknown quality though. Unknown, mysterious quality. Who else? We have a guy by the name of Saman Godos playing for Ostersund. So Godos, Ostersund did really well this season. So look out for these guys. The squad looks pretty solid though. It looks solid. But it will be hard for Iran to get past Spain and Portugal and Morocco as well. So Iran versus Tunisia. What's your prediction? This match is really hard to predict though. Really hard to predict. Tunisia, oh man. They qualified for the World Cup and I was like, how did they qualify for the World Cup ahead of Congo DR? Like, how did it happen? Like, Congo DR was looking so good to qualify and they just screwed up. You know why they screw up? Because people underestimate Tunisia. That's why. That is why they don't know anything about it. Oh, we don't care about Tunisia, There's nobody big playing for Tunisia. Like, who cares about Tunisia? I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in this match again. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. What's your predictions, guys? Let me know in the chat, please. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw for this. Kazri and M. Satney, 2 goals, okay? We have a lot of draws. We have a lot of draws right now. A lot of draws. I'm going for a draw as well, 1-1. By the way, Dom, why haven't you any of the Saudi players played? Okay, we're going to get to that, guys. We're going to get to that. So, we're going to say a draw. Guys, we will get to the Peru matches. You just have to wait. The Peru matches are coming up. They're coming up. Okay, Saudi Arabia versus Ukraine is the next match. Okay, we're going to go for Tunisia, Iran, 1-1 draw. So Saudi Arabia versus Ukraine. This will be played in Saudi Arabia, I think. I'm not sure. It says a home match for Saudi Arabia. So, Saudi Arabia, very tricky team, man. Very tricky team. I think Nawaf Al-Abed is currently injured right now. And Advenko was just asking me about the players who transferred to La Liga. None of them, I think, have played a single minute. They didn't start, nothing off the bench. I think the guys in La Liga too has been playing. Some of them has been playing, but I haven't really looked that up. I've been keeping tabs on Fahad Al-Mualad, Yaya Al-Sherry, and Salem Al-Dosari. None has played a minute. So that's not looking. I was pretty excited about that, those transfers, but maybe they'll play the final game of the season or the last two matches if they're already in consequential, maybe they'll play them in the last few games. So Saudi Arabia versus Ukraine. Ukraine is another tricky team. Very, very tough set of players play for Ukraine. They have Yarmolenko as well, very creative player. Saudi Arabia, how do they stack up? How does Saudi Arabia stack up right now? I think they have some really good defenders like Osama Hassawi, I think his name is, and Taisir, I can't even remember. Al Jassim. These guys have a lot of experience and will be very important at the World Cup. So they are in Group A with Russia, Uruguay, and Egypt. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really, really tough for Saudi Arabia at the World Cup. It's really hard for them, man. I'm telling you. It's gonna be hard for Saudi Arabia to get out the group. I think since Saudi Arabia got out the group, the 94, was it the 94 World Cup? They haven't got out the group since. They've been knocked out at the group stages every single time. So, okay, I think they're just over there at Venco. The players are just preparing. I guess they're training, I really don't know. I really don't understand those moves. Seriously. But for Saudi Arabia versus Ukraine, guys, I'm going to actually predict a win for Ukraine. I'm going to predict a 2-1 win. What's your predictions? I'm not going to go too much into detail with this one. Really not going to go too much into detail. What's your predictions for this one, guys? 1-1. I'm going to go for a 2-1. But the next fixture, Serbia versus Morocco. Two teams at the World Cup. Serbia, Group E. Morocco, Group B. Morocco, they qualify for the World Cup without conceding a single goal. So that means their defense is top-notch. Top-notch defense. And Serbia, how does Serbia stack up going into this match? There's so many teams, it's hard to remember all the players. I know Nemanja Matic, Kolarov, but I forget a lot of players. So let's go into the Serbian team. Also, Ivanovic. Since he moved to Russia, I really forgot about Ivanovic, so he's a very, very important player in the Serbian squad. So, Serbia, guys, who do they have in goal? Nobody really big. Nobody big that I know of. They have Ivanovic playing for Zenit St. Petersburg. He have 100 caps for Serbia, so big player in the Serbian team. We have Alexander Kolarov, the former Man City man, now playing for Roma. And Roma are in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. So, pretty good. Then we have a player by the name of Antonio Rukavina playing for Villarreal. So, there's some quality. We have Matija Nastatic playing for Schalke. I think he's a former Manchester City man as well. Then we have Tosic playing for Besiktas. So, team has some quality. Nikola Maksimovic, pretty good defender as well. Pretty good defender. Who else do they have? They have a guy by the name of Vujadin Savic playing for Red Star Belgrade, their local club. Big club, Red Star Belgrade, man. but they don't have a lot of local players in the squad. That's what I don't like about some of these teams. They only go for the players who are, overseas based players. We have Alexander Mitrovic. He's good. And up in the front, we have Nemanja Maksimovic playing for Valencia. So the team has some quality. Marko Grujic, Cardiff City on loan from Liverpool. So the team has some quality. You have Zivkovic from Benfica. We have Kostic. The team is good. We have Luka Milivojevic playing for Crystal Palace as well. So, Milivojevic steps up to take the penalties for Crystal Palace. So he's good. We have Adem Ljajic playing for Torino. We have, the team is damn good. We have Dusan Tadic, Nemanja Matic. So Serbia, man, dangerous team at the World Cup. Don't take your eyes off Serbia. They have Brazil, Costa Rica, and Switzerland in their group. So don't take your eyes off Serbia at the World Cup at all. I'm actually going to back Serbia to get through to the round of 16. So Serbia, Morocco. Let's move on to Morocco, guys. Let's talk a little about Morocco. Want to shed some light on Morocco. Qualified for the World Cup without conceding a goal. That's really fun fact right there. Fun fact. Okay, they say Hakimi is injured. Ashraf Hakimi, Real Madrid man. Okay, in goal, it's going to be really important who they choose in goal. We have a guy by the name of Munir Mohammedi. He plays for Numancia. I think Numancia is a La Liga 2 team. Yassine Bounou playing for Girona. Well, if he plays for Girona and Girona just got smashed up by Real Madrid, can't be so good, right? Against quality oppositions. Not saying the African teams are not quality, but they need to choose their goalkeeper very wisely. Captain Mehdi Benatia doing really good with Juventus right now. Who else do they have? They have Manuel da Costa playing for Istanbul Basaksehir, who's doing well in Turkish Super League. So that's some quality. They have a guy by the name of Romain Saiss playing for Wolverhampton Wanderers. So there is some quality right there. Ashraf Hakimi is in the squad. Someone says he's injured, but he's in the squad to play Serbia. Maybe he might not feature, but he's in the squad. There's also, let me see, quality in the squad. Nordin Amrabat playing for Leganes. He used to play in the Premier League. He's pretty good. Hakim Ziyech. Don't forget Hakim Ziyech at all. Very talented young player right there. Sofiane Boufal, of course, plays for Southampton. Oh, I got 99 cents. Super chat by Diego Bravo. Awesome. That's awesome. Guys, don't forget you could also donate via Super Chat. Not a lot of people do Super Chat. Don't know why they don't support their, YouTubers like that. Don't know why, but thank you very much, Diego Bravo. Thank you very much. Sofiane Amrabat. I think he's a younger brother of Nabil Amrabat. So he's very talented. I've seen him play. He plays for Feyenoord. When I think Man City played versus Feyenoord, I saw it. He's pretty good. Then we have a guy by the name of Amine Harit. He's a young player, plays for Schalke. So the teams are stacked up front. They don't really have big threats up front. No big players up front, but notable omissions from this squad. Let me see if I can see any notable omissions. Any players with a lot of caps? Not really. Okay. Ashraf Benkari. I know this guy. He plays for Al Hilal. He's a forward. I saw he was hotting up Twitter the other day. Ashraf Benkari. Benchaki. So he is a very good prospect to look forward to. Okay, so Serbia versus Morocco, guys. From the squads I named out and the players I named, who are you going for? This match will be played in Serbia. So, who are you going for? Morocco or Serbia? The team from Group E or the team from Group B? Who are you going for in this match? Oh boy. Morocco, Serbia. This one is a tricky one to predict. It's tricky to predict. But we have to start doing more. I have to start doing more live streams like this so we can just start discussing World Cup. So by the time the World Cup comes around, we will know exactly what we're talking about. Okay? We will know exactly what we're talking about. Dennis, watch how you prancing in the back there, okay? All right, so Serbia versus Morocco. Oh, it's hard. Hard. I'm going to actually predict a 2-1 win for Serbia. 2-1 win for Serbia. Sorry to all the Moroccan fans. Sorry. I hope Morocco do host the 2026 World Cup, though. I do hope so. We have to have a discussion about that, guys, also. Somebody need to remind me. We need to talk about World Cup 2026 in a live stream. Next match, guys, a big one. Big one, guys. Let's get it. This one is big. This one is big. Argentina versus Italy. Italy missed the World Cup. Argentina, they are in Group D, the group of death. So let's talk about this. Let me get the squads up. Let's discuss the squads. Argentina versus Italy. This is a big one because, you know, Argentina and Italy have history, you know. So let me see Argentina squad. I haven't seen the squad yet, okay? I haven't seen the squad yet. I think I got a glimpse of the Italian squad, so let me see. Argentina, Lionel Messi's team, arguably the greatest player in the world right now. Who's going to debate that? Who is going to debate that Messi is the best player in the world right now? Who? Cristiano Ronaldo, maybe Neymar, Mohamed Salah on fire. Okay, let me see the current squad right now. Okay, guys, let's talk about the Argentina squad to face. They have, and the thing I like about the Argentina fixtures, guys, notice something. Notice this, right? Notice this. Let's recap the fixtures, right? We have Denmark. They play in Panama. That's a smaller team. Japan playing Mali. Russia, Brazil. Russia, they chose a big team to play versus. A big team. Like, we want good preparation. We want to test the team out. So, I like that one. I really like that one. Senegal, Uzbekistan. Like, you know, I don't really, you know. Norway, Australia. You know. Switzerland, Greece. You know, very not that high profile. Tunisia, Iran. It might be high profile because, you know, of Iran versus, you know, Tunisia, who's an Arab nation. And, you know, Iran is not an Arab nation, but they are in the same area. And then we have Saudi Arabia, Ukraine, you know, Serbia, Morocco. But we have Italy and Argentina. That's big. Goalkeepers. Guys, you know this, I get real hyped up for the big games, right? I get real hyped up for the big games. So, Sergio Romero, Manchester United's #2 goalkeeper, is Argentina's #1 goalkeeper, you know? And they have Willy Caballero, Chelsea's #2 goalkeeper, is Argentina's #2 goalkeeper. So, we have a lot of #2 goalkeepers here. And then we have Nahel Guzman, he plays for Tigres, UANL. I don't know if it's UNAL, but, you know, he plays for the defending champions of the Liga MX. So there's quality there. Note, guys, fun fact. Willy Caballero has zero caps for Argentina. Zero caps for. Okay, somebody from Morocco said, bye. Anas El Yamani, what's up and bye. See you later. Take care. Thanks for joining. Okay. Yeah, Sergio Romero, Willie Caballero has 0 caps. Sergio Romero has 93 caps. Willie Caballero make his debut? Let's wait and see. Okay, guys, I'm writing down all my predictions here. Okay, so I'm gonna do a video when all the fixtures are done reacting to my predictions. So it will be pretty cool. I can't react to the live stream. It's gonna be too long. Or I don't even know if I actually have to remember to download the live stream when I'm done, because the last few live streams got deleted on their own. I don't know how it happened, but it did. Okay. The next players right now. Javier Mascherano. He plays for Hebei China Fortune. Remember Mascherano from Barcelona? He he moved over to China to collect the bank. He's in the squad, 33 years old. This will be his last World Cup. Definitely. Marcos Rojo from Manchester United. He was awesome at the 2014 World Cup, and he has been very, very mediocre since, I must say. Very mediocre. He must have really low morale at Manchester United, because it's really hard playing. It's really hard playing under Jose Mourinho, man. Nicolas Otamendi, a happier defender, plays for my Manchester City, has been awesome this season. Romero Funes Mori. I haven't seen that guy in ages. He's an Everton man. Haven't seen Funes Mori in a while. He has a twin brother, so I don't know if his twin brother will make the squad though. Then we have Gabriel Mercado. Mercado is a beast, playing for Sevilla. Mercado, check him out, guys. Federico Fazio, beast again. He plays for Roma. Both these guys are gonna be in the Champions League quarterfinals, so the team is looking pretty good in the defense there. I think they should go in with these guys instead of Rojo. These like Fazio and Mercado and these tougher guys. Rojo, I don't know. Then we have Nicolas Tagliafico. He plays for Ajax. He has 1 cap. And we have a call-up for Fabricio Bustos. He's a local player for Independiente. Big players in the team, man. Big players. Angel Di Maria from, PSG man, former Manchester United, former Real Madrid man. Yes, he's still around. He is only 30 years old. He will be at the World Cup, and he needs to come good for Argentina. We have Ever Banega, ever reliable Ever Banega, playing for Sevilla, controlling the midfield for the Sevilla team. Sevilla are in the Champions League quarterfinals. Could they get past Bayern Munich? Could they? Only left to be seen. Then we have Lucas Biglia. The team is stacked up. The team, if you're looking for a stacked up team, Argentina is that team. Stacked up to the brim, flowing over with cream. Okay? Then we have Eduardo Salvio from Benfica. We have Marcos Acuna. He's from Sporting. These are, less popular players who Jorge Sampaoli choose to call up. Then we have Diego Perotti. He plays for Roma. Leandro Paredes. You hear that, guys? There's a lot of quality in this team. Manuel Lanzini got a call up. West Ham, he's one of the best players on West Ham team. I don't know. He needs to leave West Ham. He needs to leave West Ham. Maybe go to play in Spain for maybe Valencia, Villarreal, one of these teams, But leave West Ham United, man. Really, real shitty club. Then we have Giovanni Lo Celso making the squad as well. Paris Saint-Germain. He only has 2 caps. He's 21 years old. We have Maximiliano Meza. I don't know that guy. He has no caps. Pablo Perez, no caps. Lionel Messi, no caps. Just kidding, guys. 123 caps for Lionel Messi. 61 goals. Awesome player, man. He plays for FC Barcelona. Greatest player on the planet. I'm going to call it. No doubt about it. No doubt, definitely. Like your team needs to qualify for the World Cup. You're struggling in CONMEBOL qualification, and you go and score a hat trick. Like who does that? After your team went 1-0 down in like the first 5 minutes of the match, and you score a hat trick. The guy's a genius, man. And it's not any ordinary hat trick he scored. It was just awesome. He had the Ecuador team like, what is going on here? So we have Sergio Aguero, Manchester City. Gonzalo Higuain, Juventus. Angel Correa. He's been really underwhelming. Atletico Madrid. I think he would have really popped off by now. We have Christian Pavon and Lautaro Martinez, who is rumored to move to Inter Milan, I think. He's highly rated 20-year-old forward. So, there you have it. The Argentina squad. The squad's looking really good. Notable omissions from the squad, guys. We don't have, let me see. Let me see who we don't have in the squad. Matthias Cranevita is not in the squad. We don't have Javier Pastore in the squad. We don't have Paulo Dybala. Is he injured? Or they just chose not to call him up. Mauro Icardi is not in the squad. Mauro Icardi has only played 4 times for Argentina. This is terrible. How? Dario Benedetto, he's not being called back up. He was a experiment. And I think that's it. Notable big names missing. Italy, guys. Italy. Who did they call up? Let me see this. I'm really going to go hard in this one. This one, who did Italy call up? Oh, man. Missed out on the World Cup. Sweden. Blame Sweden. Blame the boys from Sweden. Christopher Hallgren's team. Blame them. All right. We have Buffon. Buffon, you need to retire from international football. Please. Legend. 175 caps, but needs to retire. Let guys like Donnarumma, Mattia Perin, and these guys, kickstart their international career, man. Seriously needs to retire. Definitely. So we have Leonardo Bonucci, who has been rather lackluster with AC Milan. He's not his usual self. When he was with Juventus, teamed up with Bazzagli and Chiellini, not the same person. Matteo Darmian, haven't been playing much for Manchester United. Bench warmer. He needs to leave Manchester United. Mattia De Sciglio, he plays for Juventus. Don't know too much about De Sciglio. We have Florenzi, very hard-working player. I like him. Angelo Agbana, only has 13 caps. Only 13 caps for Italy. Should have more caps. He's a, defender, fullback, I think he is. He's a black guy, plays for Italy too, so that's big, definitely big. Davide Zappacosta has been doing well since he moved to Chelsea. Former Torino man, I like Zappacosta. Who else? Leonardo Spinazzola, I don't know him. Daniele Rugani, highly rated youngster from Juventus. Then we have Gianmarco Ferrari, don't know that player. Marco Porolo should be left out the squad. Marco Verratti. Oh, man. I heard him talking a lot about Verratti, and he have not really impressed me at international level at all. Giancomo Bonaventura. Oh, man. These guys haven't really impressed me at all. Roberto Gagliardini as well. All these guys, I haven't seen them play much, but they were part of the squad that lost to Sweden and who missed out on a World Cup spot. Jorginho, highly rated Napoli player, so he might be leaving as well. Brian Cristante, Lorenzo Pellegrini, Antonio Candreva, Ciro Immobile, Lorenzo Insigne, Andrea Bellotti, Simone Verdi, Federico Chiesa, Patrick Cuccioni. The squad has a lot of talent. It has a lot of talent, but I would have liked to see a guy like Mario Balotelli in that squad. You know what I'm saying? Somebody with some grit. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who would piss off the opposition defenders and, you know, force a mistake. Players like that. Like, oh boy. Oh boy. Notable omissions. No Chiellini. I think Chiellini retired. I think he retired. No, let me see. Let me see here. Benedeschi should be in the squad. Federico Benedeschi should be in the squad. No Marquisio, no Montalivo. I think these guys might be injured or old or something. No Stefan El Shaarawy. I like these players. No Gabbiadini. No Zaza. Oh, Italy. What's your prediction? Argentina versus Italy. That was a long preview of those two teams. What's your predictions for this one? I'm going to go with Argentina. I'm not even going to think about it. It's going to be played in Argentina or at a neutral venue. I really don't know. Let me check. I really don't know where the fixture will be played. I don't know if these fixtures are actually played at local venues or if Argentina fly to Europe and play it over there. Yeah, it might be neutral. Yes, might be neutral venues. Thanks, Sammy. Because I was thinking, you know, for Italy to fly all the way to Argentina and then have to fly back, you know, it might be most of the teams meet up in Europe and play the, you know, the matches at local venues over there. So it might not have any home. I think some of them will be played in the home stadiums of the European teams. But let's not get too much into that. Argentina, definitely I'm going to back them to beat Italy. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Argentina, guys. What's your predictions? Oh, it's going to be played at the Etihad Stadium. Awesome. I really didn't know that. Guys, I've been really focusing on these World Cup videos, man. I've been focusing 85 more episodes to go. Well, 84. This is actually an episode. I'm putting more effort into. I would have recorded 5 videos already and started editing, but I'm doing a live stream because the live stream is very important to actually interact with you guys. But for this fixture, I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for Argentina. Definitely. So we have a 3-1 from Sebastian. Sammy, 2-0 Argentina. Okay, we have MW Choli said Messi is the best in the world when he plays for Barca, but not for Argentina. You don't think so? I think he is still the best. Okay, if Messi is not the best when he plays for Argentina, then who is the best international footballer in the world? You know, that's the argument. That's the argument because you could say Messi is the best club footballer. So who is the best international footballer? Is it Neymar? But Messi has 61 goals to show for his international, you know, efforts. So I think Argentina depends on him heavily. Like he scored most of Argentina's goals in the World Cup qualifiers. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Argentina. Guys, let's move on to the next big one. We have, let me see. Guys, most of the guys, you guys predict that Argentina will win this match. And I'm also predicting that they will win the match as well. So let's move on to the next one. And the next one is huge. Could anybody guess? Let's play a small game before I go into the next one. What's the next fixture I'm talking about, guys? What's the next fixture? It's a big one. What's the next fixture? I'm waiting for your replies, guys. What's the next fixture? It's a big fixture, and that's the next one I'm going to talk about. Egypt, Portugal, nah, not that one. Not that one. Yes, whoever says Germany, Spain, that's the one we're going to talk about next. Germany, Spain. So I really don't know who got called up to the German squad, so we're going to dive right into this. Germany, full-time world champions. They first won the World Cup in 1954. Then they won it in 1974. They won it in 1990. And then they won it in 2014. Okay? See what happens when you do so much research and make all these World Cup videos? All the knowledge is in the head. You know, so I know every single World Cup winner from my head. You know, so it's pretty good. I know all the World Cup hosts from my head. I don't think I can remember all the finalists, but I can remember a lot of them. So let's get into the German squad. Let's dissect this squad, talk about it a little. Okay. We have Kevin Trapp. I was just looking back at a video I did on Group C, and I said Kevin Trapp for France. I really didn't know Kevin Trapp was German. Really didn't know that. Wow. Bert Leno, Kevin Trapp, and Marc-Andre ter Stegen are the goalkeepers. These guys are finally getting some caps because the one and only Manuel Neuer is injured. So they must be. I'm a sportsman, so I know, how it feels like if a competitor is injured. You're like, yes, good. I really, I get an opportunity to play. It's a little selfish, but these guys will be relishing, time on the field. Marc-Andre ter Stegen, I think, is going to be number one. But Germany, they have a plethora of, defenders to pick from. Not defenders, goalkeepers. They have a lot of quality goalkeepers. Okay, so we're going to go into the defenders. We have Jerome Boateng. He's a veteran. He's been around a while, but he only has 68 caps. Why? Should have 100 caps by now. Should have 100 caps, but he's still young, only 29 years old, and defenders have very, long careers, so we could see Jerome Boateng at the World Cup 2022 as well. So, not the World Cup 2022, the 2022 World Cup. We have Mats Hummels, 29 years old as well, Bayern Munich. These are both Bayern Munich men. Then we have Jonas Hector. He plays for FC Cologne. How is Cologne struggling so much, and how could they have a national player? That's not good at all, Jonas Hector. But I knew he would be part of the squad, though. Joshua Kimmich, highly rated Bayern Munich youngster. Very, very good. Very good. I like Kimmich. 25 caps for Kimmich. Antonio Rudiger. Strong Chelsea defender right there. I like that. Rudiger is in the squad. Matthias Ginter. Gladbach man. Former Borussia Dortmund man. Matthias Ginter. Niklas Süle, former Hoffenheim. Now Bayern Munich man. And we have Marvin Plattenhardt. I don't know much about him, but I know who he is. He plays for Hertha Berlin. So the defense is looking pretty tough. Notable defender, missing notable players missing from the squad. Skrodan Mustafi. He's been kind of awful for Arsenal this season, though. And then we have Benny Heinrichs. He's a left back. He's not part of the squad. Benedict Höwedes, not part of the squad as well. So those are some notable omissions. All right, let me get back to the squad. For the midfielders, we have Mesut Ozil. Of course, he's going to be part of the German squad. He has 88 caps for Germany. 88. Mustafi has been boff. Yeah, he has been really terrible this season, man. Really terrible. I think he's a very soft guy. He needs to toughen up. We have Toni Kroos. Oh my God. 80 caps. Real Madrid. Midfield maestro, Sami Khedira. Oh, if Khedira could stay fit, if he can stay fit, you know, he could do a lot of good work in the midfield. So he has 72 caps. That is what happened.
I'm hungry and I'm thirsty.
You hungry and you thirsty?
Yes.
So what's stopping you from getting food? What do you want?
I want the sandwich you promised me and I want some
Oh man, I have to run for these things. Oh man, I have a long way to go. So wait, what do you want? A sandwich and the juice? Okay, just wait. I'll run through these fixtures. Oh man. All right, let's move on. Julian Draxler. German team's looking damn good, man. PSG man. Sebastian Rudy. He's like a Swiss Army knife player. Can play anywhere. Sebastian Rudy, Bayern Munich. Who knew that he would play for Bayern Munich? Then we have Ilkay Gundogan from Manchester City. German team's looking good. Emre Can, Liverpool. All right, guys. Sorry about that. The live stream has been on for quite a while. I don't even know how long I've been live streaming for, so I'm just going with it. It's gonna be a long live stream. Don't worry about it. But But Tanis needs to get some food. I should have just went through these fixtures, but I just like to talk about this stuff with you guys. Okay, we have Gomez. I knew Gomez would have been picked because they're like focal point like Miroslav Klose up in the top right there. Timo Werner. We have Lars Stindl, Sandro Wagner. The squad is really nice, man. Squad is nice. Notable omissions from the squad. We have Mario Götze. I don't think Mario Götze will make the World Cup squad again. I really don't think so. He has declined so much. He should have stayed at Dortmund. Like, that move to Bayern Munich just ruined his whole career. Ruined it. I'm talking about ruined. It's like crazy. And then we have let me see who else. Julian Weigl. I like that kid. Andre Schürrle. I don't think Andre Schürrle will make the squad for the World Cup either. So, what's up, Stefan Muradali? What's good? What's up, Jamie? D490. He loved China. And Jamie, sorry about the whole AFC Champions League thing. I made a video for that, but my mic wasn't turned on, and I was like, oh my God. So. Daniel Refi is back. Daniel Refi, you missed the Iran prediction. So, let's get into Spain, guys. Let's get into Spain squad. Let's get into the Spain squad. Okay, guys, for Spain, who was called up? We have David De Gea. Of course, he's going to be in goal. We have Pepe Reina as well. So it's either Pepe Reina or David De Gea. I think they will go with David De Gea. We also have Kepa Arrizabalaga from Athletic Bilbao. Okay, so we have Sergio Ramos, Gerard Piqué, Jordi Alba, Cesar Azpilicueta, Nacho Hernandez, Dani Carvajal. So these are all big players, man. Chelsea, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Alvaro Adrizola. I don't know that guy. He's a Sociedad guy. I don't know that guy. Marcos Alonso is... Oh, guys, fun fact. Marcos Alonso has never been capped by Spain. So could Marcos Alonso make the Spain squad for the World Cup? I think he might. We have veterans up in here. David Silva, 118 caps. Andres Iniesta, 123 caps. Both players 32 and 33 years old. We have Koke from Atletico Madrid. Really good player there. Isco, Thiago Alcantara, Marco Asensio, Saul Niguez, Daniel Parejo, Valencia man, he has not been capped as well. And Rodri from Villarreal uncapped as well. Big Diego Costa up front. Rodrigo from Valencia, Iago Aspas, and Lucas Vasquez. The squad's looking good. No Alvaro Morata. He has been terrible, man. He has been terrible for Chelsea. Terrible. Terrible, terrible. Could I say that word again? Sergio Busquets injured. No Sergio Busquets. Who else missing from the squad? No Pedro. Notable omission. No Pedro. No Pedro is fit. No David Villa as well. He didn't get a call up. No Gerard Deulofeu. No Vitillo. No Nacho Monreal, Alberto Moreno, Mark Bacho. All these guys are missing from the squad. Spain versus Germany. Big matchup, guys. Big matchup. Spain, Group B, Germany, Group F. Big matchup, man. These teams could actually meet in the quarterfinals, I think. Not in the round of 16, maybe, if I'm right. Nolito, Sergio Roberto, none of these guys are in the squad. Vittorio. Yeah, guys, I know the L's are pronounced like that, but sometimes you're in the moment, you forget the pronunciations, you know what I mean? Like, when you speak English, sometimes you don't even think about these things, you know? It's only sometimes. Semifinals or quarterfinals, yeah, they could meet. So, what's your predictions for the Germany versus Spain game, guys? Germany versus Spain. It's a hard one. It's a really hard one. Germany, Spain. Oh, is these teams going to cancel each other out? Or are we going to see a Germany win? Oh. I think both teams will score. Germany, oh boy, this one is hard. What's your predictions, guys? I'm waiting. Let me see. What's your predictions? Okay, we have a 1-1. The Hitman is up in here. What's up, Hitman? Thank you for joining the stream. We have 3-3, 3-1, 1-0, 3-1 to Germany, 1-0 to Spain. Okay, 2-2. Oh, I like that 2-2. We have another 2-2, a 2-1 for Germany. Oh, 2-1. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. 2-1 Germany. 2-1. A lot of people. Okay, somebody said, Brian said 1-0 to Spain. This one is hard to predict. It's really hard. But Germany, man, they're really good. I'm going to go for a 2-2 with this one. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. Definitely going to go for a 2-2 draw. 12-8. Would we love to see a 12-8? Both teams play without goalkeepers. We will see a 12-8. Let me see. I will do a few more fixtures because the live stream has been going on way too long, and I might have to come back and do another live stream again to cover the rest. You know, so let me see this. Let me look up something, guys. I want to see the fixtures so I can see whether I could actually do another live stream to cover the rest games. Let me see. I'm trying to find out when the Netherlands versus England match is. So if the Netherlands versus England match, why is this computer's acting up, guys? When is the Netherlands versus England match, fellas? Okay. It's actually Friday, so I think I can definitely hold off on the rest predictions right now. I only got a few predictions of the first set of matches to go through. Yeah, I definitely have a few more predictions to go through. I think I might as well finish it off. Let's finish it off, guys. These we won't stay too long on, okay? So, Netherlands versus England. Netherlands, they missed out on qualification. England, they are in Group G with Belgium, Tunisia, and Panama, I think. So very, very tricky group for England. The English squad, oh, don't really like the English squad too much. Kyle Walker looking good. I like Kyle Walker, of course, Manchester City man. Harry Kane is injured. That's pretty upsetting for the English fans because he is the focal point. He is the most dangerous man on the field. Jamie Vardy could be good if he could get a guy like, Riyad Mahrez kind of player to give him the service he needs. But otherwise, if he don't get the service, it's going to be really difficult for him. Really difficult. But the Netherlands team is very young. Very young team. And they're rebuilding after missing the World Cup. And a few older players are moving on. Robin, Van Persie. I don't think Van Persie retired, but he didn't get a call up. Snyder. And a few of these guys. Coit and a few of these other guys. So they're rebuilding. They're really rebuilding right now. England under Southgate, the call-ups are pretty, it's suspect, Suspect. We have Joe Hart might be in goal, so a lot of balls might go in the back of the net, so look out for that. Definitely look out for that. I don't know how he have declined so much, he's really terrible. They called up Nick Pope. They called up a few other goalkeepers as well. Let's get into the England squad real quick. They have Jack Butler and Jordan Pickford. But Joe Hart might still be the number one. Might still be the number one. We Icelanders love the English squad. Oh, okay. So we have Kyle Walker, John Stones, two Man City defenders. We have Danny Rose, Harry Maguire, Kieran Trippier, Joe Gomez, Mawson, you got to call up. Tarkowski got to call up as well. We have Jordan Henderson, Raheem Sterling, Jack Wilshere, Adam Lallana, Ashley Young. I like Ashley Young. Even though he plays for United, I like his work rate. He's really, industrious, and he should be in the England squad every time. Definitely. Play him wherever you want to play him. He will work hard. He'll give you 150%. Definitely. Dele Alli, Jesse Lingard as well should be in the squad. Very tricky player and could be very effective. Rashford should be playing. Vardy and Rashford could be in the same squad according to the formation that Southgate want to play. Netherlands, I looked at their squad today. Very young, talented squad with the likes of guys like Memphis Depay, Quincy Promes. I think Justin Kluivert got a call up as well. And, you got guys like Vienna and all these guys. So the squad is, I don't know if I can call the Netherlands squad good because they missed the World Cup, but they're good. They're okay. They're okay. They're okay. A young bunch of guys, Nathan Ake, Fosu Mensah, Patrick Van Aanholt got a call up. So I'm saying these things from my head too. We have Davy Proper, so the squad is, we have Kevin Stroutman, we have Bastos. These guys got called up. So England versus Netherlands. It's a tricky one. What's your prediction for this match, guys? What's your predictions? England versus Netherlands. England versus Netherlands. We got a 2-2. MW Trolley said a 2-2. I'm actually going to go for a 1-0 win for England in this game. I think Jamie Vardy is going to score the goal. And England are going to defend really well. 1-0 win for England. Ronald Koeman, the coach of the Netherlands team, of course, if you guys didn't know that. Former Everton, former Southampton man, former Barcelona player, former Netherlands international as well. So I'm going to go for a 1-0 win for England, even though the team, might be a little suspect at the World Cup. So, we're going to move on to the next fixture. And it's going to be Poland, Group H, versus Nigeria from Group D. Oh man. We have Hitman up in here. So, Hitman is a Nigerian fan. So, Hitman always says that I'm against the African teams. When I was saying Cameroon wasn't going to do well in the Confederations Cup. So Hitman has been around for quite a while. Quite a while. So 2-1 to Nigeria is Hitman's prediction versus Poland. Let me see how the Nigerian squad stack up right now. Okay. The goalkeeper, who will they pick? Will they pick the local man, Nzenwa? He plays for Enyimba. Oh, his name is close to his club. So, let me see names that I actually know about. Oh man, these names, I don't know a lot of these Nigerian players. I know Ola Aina. Okay, Jan Obi Mikel, the captain. I know Onazi, Moses Simon as well, John Ogu, Joel Obi. Yeah, I know Obi. Wilfried Ndidi, I like him. Leicester City man. And we have Ahmed Musa, who moved back to CSK Moscow after his time at Leicester was horrid. Victor Moses, man, really industrious player. Odion Igalo, Kelechi Iheanacho, Alexi Wobi. He has no finish at all. No finish. Need to work on his finish. And we have Junior Ayayi playing for Al Ali in Egypt. There's a player by the name of Gabriel Echukwu. He plays locally for Aqua United. So the Nigerian squad is looking pretty solid, to say the least. Pretty solid. Notable omissions. No big names are missing. No big names. I think that guy is injured. Onyekuru, I think his name is. Well, no big names missing from the squad. Yeah, Henry Onyekuru, he's missing from the squad. Picked up a nasty injury. Might miss the World Cup. So not a big name, a guy I know, Isaac Success. Isaac Success should be in the team because if you want to be successful, you should have Isaac Success in your team. Definitely. I like him. I've seen him a couple of times for Watford. So Isaac Success is not a part of the team. I don't know if he's injured. I haven't seen him for quite a while. All right, Poland. Who was called up for Poland? And guys, we will be having a lot of these discussions during the World Cup. A lot of them. I plan to just, at the end of the day, at the end of the night, like after both the games are played during the day, I might do some reaction videos and post them, but I'm going to sit down and we're going to talk about the games and stuff like that. So, we have, for Poland, we have Fabianski, Szczesny as the top goalkeepers. So, they're looking pretty good in goal. Let me see who else I know on the Polish team. I know Lukas Piszczek, Borussia Dortmund man. Kamil Glik, plays for Monaco. Rybus, I know that name. Lokomotiv Moscow. Who else do I know? I don't know the other defenders really. Let me see. Kamil Grozicki, I know him. Hull City. Gregors Krychowiak. What has happened to Krychowiak, man? Fell off big time. After he left Sevilla, he has just fell big. Okay, we have Zielinski, Napoli man. We have, let me see. I'm only calling out the big names, guys. Robert Lewandowski, of course. Robert. Arkadiusz Milik. Dangerous striker as well. Theodor Chuck. Yeah. Something so you say his name. Yeah. That's Not a lot of big players, man. Not a lot of big players, and Poland will be heavily reliant on Robert Lewandowski to produce the goods. I'm afraid to say if Robert Lewandowski don't come up with the goods, Poland are gonna struggle. They are in Group H. They have Senegal in Group H. They have Poland, Japan, and Colombia. Could they come out the group? Could they get out the group? What do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know. Okay, for Poland, notable big names missing. Jakub Blaszczykowski, of course. Definitely, he will be missed. He will be missed from the squad. Who else is missing from the squad? That's it, I think, for the bigger names. So, the Polish squad isn't as solid as a lot of people may think. Robert Lewandowski is just brilliant. So, very, very brilliant. So, they depend on him a lot. So, Poland versus Nigeria. What's your predictions for this? This one is hard to predict. I would like for Nigeria to do well. Nigeria just ripped up Argentina, I think, in their last in a friendly recently, right? Didn't they? Didn't they? I think so, right? So Nigeria should not be underestimated. I'm gonna actually play it safe in this match, and I'm gonna go for a 1-1 draw. 1-1 draw. Let me know your predictions for this one, guys. Let me know your predictions. There's quite a few matches left to predict, guys. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 first round, like the first round matches. And then there's a whole lot of second round matches to predict. So I really don't know if I'm going to get into all these games right now. So it's in Poland. Yeah, I don't think it matters where it's being played, for real. I think a good team could go to your home stadium and beat you anytime. Anytime. You know, Russia is going to be home. So let's see how they perform at the World Cup. So guys, I think that's going to be it for the predictions today. I will continue this live stream another time. But I could take some questions right now. Let's take some questions before I go. The stream has been going on for a very, very long time. Let's take some questions. Questions, fellas. Okay. How do you think they can perform in the World Cup? Who? I need a country. Thoughts on Panama. Okay, my thoughts on Panama is Panama will be a very mysterious team at the World Cup. Very, very, very tricky opposition. Teams don't know much about them. I actually thought Panama would not have qualified for the World Cup after the way they played when they came to America and they were beaten really bad. I was like, what's going on here? And they pulled off a shock win. Like, that win was not expected. I think that was versus Costa Rica. And that was not expected at all. So, you know, Panama, they got really lucky. I think there was even a ghost goal in that match as well. So they got really, really lucky. Okay, let me see. I hear Zlatan is thinking about playing in the World Cup. Thoughts? It will be a boost for Sweden if Zlatan makes a comeback. It will be a boost, but it can disrupt the harmony of the team. It can mess with the chemistry of the team because Zlatan has a big ego. I don't know if he'll be able to curb his ego, you know, and just not be the center of attention within the squad. I think the Swedish squad is based on, you know, a collective effort. I don't think they depend on one particular guy at all because ask anybody to name a big player from Sweden, they can't. They really can't. So that's my thoughts on that. Zlatan, he can travel with the team as a mentor, as a player. I don't know. I really don't know. He haven't been playing for a while. He have been injured. But if he does come back, he can help. He can either help or he can be, you know, a negative influence on the team. That's my take on that. All right. AVJ1 to 3. Will Senegal go through? It's tricky. It's really, really, really tricky. Senegal. Let me go back to Senegal. Group H, Poland, Japan, Colombia, Senegal. Group H. They can definitely go through. They can go through. I think Senegal can go through. They can get past Japan. And I think they can get a result versus Colombia. Poland on their day will be hard with Lewandowski. You know, it will be hard. That man is deadly. So I think that Senegal can definitely go through. That's my thoughts on that. So all you guys question asking about Senegal, I answered it. Okay, so for, let me see, question, Nigeria. Will Nigeria top Group D? Not at all. Not at all. I don't think so. Nigeria did top their group at one World Cup though. I think it was 98. One of them World Cups, Nigeria did top the group. Argentina wasn't in the group. I think they did top their groups at one of the World Cups, so they can definitely, you know, do well. But as far as topping the group, I don't know. It's a hard group, man. You have Iceland, you have Croatia, Argentina. It's a tough group, and they are very unlucky to be drawn in that group. I think they can come out. They can scrape out of the group. They can get results versus Iceland. Iceland, I want Iceland to qualify for the round of 16, but they have to pull off something miraculous again. You know, they have to have that fairy tale run again. Basically, they had a fairy tale run in the Euro 16. They had a fairy tale run in World Cup qualifiers. Could they do it 3 times in a row? You know, it's tricky. It's really tricky. Advenko, most overrated and most underrated team. Okay, the most underrated team must be the Tunisia team. Most underrated, definitely. Panama will be most underrated. Those 2 teams I will definitely say are the most underrated teams. Most overrated team, I will have to give that one to Spain. Most overrated, definitely Spain. Definitely. They got knocked out of the group stages twice, I think, in the last 5 World Cups. They won one. They got knocked out of in the group stages twice. I might be wrong, but I'm just going from memory. So Spain, you know, they look really good on paper, but we don't know what would happen. We really don't know what would happen. Overrated, Belgium. Definitely, let me tell you the problem with the Belgian team. The problem with the Belgian team are they're too heavy. They're too heavy in the fact that they have a lot of talented players, and you might have a selection problem. You know, you might say, "Oh man, who am I gonna play?" You know what I mean? Like we have Lukaku, Origi. We have Benteke, who striker. We have that guy who plays for Napoli. Can't forget his name right now. Dries Mertens. You have Kevin De Bruyne. You have Moussa Dembele. You have Fellaini. You have it's that guy called that, you know, that guy with the mohawk again. That guy that plays for Roma. You know, you have the team is full of talent, but the thing is, who are you going to select in goal? You have Mignolet, you have Thibaut Courtois, you know, so who are you going to pick? Defense, you have Thomas Meunier, you have the 2 guys that play for Tottenham, Alderweireld and Vertonghen, you have Company, you know, so it's going to be a selection problem when it comes to Belgium, for real. Roberto Martinez, yeah, he got a tough task on his hands there. But they can do really well, man. They can do really well at the World Cup. Look for them. Could they win it? Could they win it? It would be awesome. It would be awesome to see, of course. Niangolan. Thank you very much, Niangolan. Okay, questions. Mexico underrated? Not one bit. Not one bit. I would say Mexico is very underwhelming. More underwhelming than underrated. They need to do better. For a football crazy nation like Mexico, I would expect the quality of the footballers to be like up there with the likes of, let's say, not a Brazil or Argentina, but let's say like I don't even know who to compare them with right now, but they should be better and bigger than they are right now when it comes to world football. Seriously. They should have won a World Cup already. They hosted it twice. They've been at the World Cup for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, Mexico. Come on. CONCACAF needs you to perform. Okay? So, who gets out of Group F? Okay, Group F. Very good one. Germany. We have Mexico. We have Sweden and Korea Republic. Germany gonna get out for sure. No doubt about that. Just Germany gonna get out. Sweden, South Korea, Mexico. Yeah, there's gonna be a tussle for the second spot. There's gonna be a tussle. Hard to call right now. Mexico should take it. That's the thing. They should take it, but we just have to wait and see. Just have to wait and see. Okay. Croatia is definitely overrated. Definitely overrated. I think since Croatia placed third in the 1998 World Cup, all the subsequent World Cups, they have got knocked out at the group stages. Like, really good on paper. Like, I'm telling you about awesome on paper, but they just can't seem to, do well at the World Cup since 1998. But guys, oh man. Okay, Portugal versus Egypt prediction for the 100th time. That was actually the next one on the list. But guys, Tanis, she needs me to make her sandwich. And I really gotta use the bathroom. I've been drinking this water. And I've been on for a while, so, I'll have to end the live stream pretty soon. I should have actually, I was actually planning to go through these really quick, but it's really tempting. I want to look at the squads. I want to see who got called up and all of that. So it was really, really tempting to do. I will do another episode, guys. I will do another episode. Let's say tomorrow, guys. What do you guys think? Tomorrow, another episode 17 of the series, another live stream. What do you guys think? Oh, peanut bottle. You guys, these guys are funny, man. You guys are funny. Guys, tomorrow, we're going to be doing this live stream. Definitely. I'm off from work tomorrow. I had to work today. I'm off from work tomorrow. So we have Portugal, Egypt, Scotland, Costa Rica, France, Colombia, Peru, Croatia, Mexico, Iceland, Northern Ireland versus Korea Republic, Sweden versus Chile, Uruguay versus Czech Republic. We're playing in the Chinese Cup. And then we have all these other fixtures, guys. Look, all these other fixtures to go through. So we have a lot of fixtures. It's not like we don't have a lot of fixtures. We have a lot of fixtures to talk about. So we will do part 2 tomorrow. So guys, man, thank you for joining the live stream and for all of you guys who stayed with it. And sorry for the technical difficulties within the live stream because I'm using my cell phone to do this. I don't have a proper live stream set up yet. I want to actually build a computer and then have everything set up. Okay. As I was saying, guys, sorry about that. I'm working really, really hard on, getting everything together. As you can see, the quality of the other videos have improved a lot. Me coming back with the kitchen as the backdrop and all of that. So, guys, this thing will be up, so it probably didn't even come out good. I have to look back at it and see how it came out, but it's whatever. I really appreciate you guys joining the stream, and don't forget to go check out all the World Cup content in the playlist. I have 15 videos, quality, edited videos in there along with this crappy live stream. So guys, thanks for watching. I really gotta go. I really gotta pee. So until next time, guys, I like to say peace out and rich squad.